we were getting married in June, and we were like, it's Pride Month. It was also the month where we talked about it, legalized marriage. And so we're like, we have to celebrate Pride and celebrate us and have pride in us. So it was just like a whole theme. We met through mutual friends. One of my best friends and one of her best friends were trying to set us up apparently for years, but we like to contest that. And so we actually met at a mutual friend's birthday dinner.
Yes.
Right?
And during the dinner, our friends had us sit next to each other, and they wanted us to get to know each other, but the whole dinner, we didn't say anything to each other except, how's your dinner? I was total friends with Sully's roommate at the time, so I gave him my business card. I was like, let's keep in touch, let's hang out. And then my friend encouraged me to give Sully my business card as well. And then from there, we actually started talking more and then went out on our first date. The second date, I was already sold because I'm a foodie, so is she, and she picked a Cuban restaurant.
We're both coming off of like old relationships, old experiences, like whatever we're doing the first couple of dates is really all of that baggage that we're carrying with us. So I think by us just like saying, hey, what's up? Like, are you into me? Are you not? Really just helped us like, just relax a little bit and just have fun and like really enjoy each other's company. And yeah, we are foodies, and with food and drinks, like you can't go wrong with that.
The kicker of the second date was when we were done, Sully asked me, she was like, so do you want to like go for a walk or do you want to like come back to my house? And I was like, oh, I'll come back to your house. And that's when I knew that, okay, we're gonna like see what happens here, because I'm actually interested in continuing to get to learn and know her more. We lived in the same area, so it wasn't far. We had mutual friends, so I felt comfortable. I actually didn't, crazy, because I'm actually someone who like is very cautious and I would never go to someone's home, but I felt comfortable with her.
I learned that whenever she orders water from any restaurant, she needs to ask for lemon in the water. So when she got to my house, I brought her water with lemon. Luckily I had lemon in the house, because if I didn't have lemon, I would feel some type of way. But I had lemon and I put lemon in the water, and she's like, oh, that was a sweet gesture. So I felt like she was noticing that I was paying attention to the details.
Yeah, she checked the box.
We've been together for 9 years before we even decided to propose. And I think because once you're in sync for 9 years, you kind of get a sense of like, I think this is the next step. We did a lot of different milestones in between, such as like domestic partnerships and moving in together and all these little like stepping stones for our relationship.
And we kind of left it up to each other who would propose first, because we're in a different situation, right? We're not in a heteronormative situation where it's like the guy's supposed to propose, right? So it's like, who gets to do that? We get to decide. So it was like, oh, maybe I can do it first and surprise her, because no one's ever done that, right? Like we've never been proposed to. So that was my idea. I wanted to do it first to kind of give her that experience, but then she ended up beating me to it because we're just very in sync, and we knew that because this was a decade of us being together, March is a very significant month. That's when we met. So we were like, oh, of course March would be the month that we would both propose. And then it just turned out that she did it on the 7th. I had already planned for the 13th, and we had the same group of people involved because it was just like close family and friends. And both of them held a surprise from us, which is weird and crazy that they never said anything.
The whole concept of marriage in the United States we can have a whole discussion on that, right? But thinking about the history of LGBTQ queer communities across the nation, across the world, like fighting for those rights for marriage, just to be able to have that equality, like just to be able to be seen the same. I think Ayana and I want to start a family, like the idea that either one of us would be denied rights over our children, or even like if God forbid something happens to us in the hospital because we're not legally married, is just absurd, right? And so like people fought so hard to get this, legalized, not only just in the state of New York, but like federally. And then even now, like a lot of like fights are just to help maintain that. So for us, we sat hard about whether or not we really wanted to get married, right? Yeah. And ultimately the answer was yes. And it was yes for so many reasons. The first reason was, one, we stand on the shoulders of everyone who fought for this, and like we are two people who are truly madly in love with each other, and we should be able to have that same equality and equity in the way that we live our lives. And then two is like, we really wanted to celebrate our love in a deeper and real way, not just for us, but for our family and friends who I feel like they are our cheerleaders, and they love us, and we love love, and we love them. And also it was like, you know, it was just something that told us like, this is the next step. It felt right for us as a couple, but it also felt right for us as a movement.
If I know that I'm in love with someone to this extent, why not show that to the world? Why not share our story? And why not just have something that means something to us that we can keep and we can have? Like this is something that's sacred to us. And the fact that we're able to do that, I think it's just really important. You know, if we have kids or when we have kids, you know, who knows what will happen with them, but to be able to just be like, this is your story. You get to control your own narrative. You get to love who you want to love. You get to celebrate that in any way you want. I think it's amazing.
We knew we didn't want a long engagement, normally, naturally, and I think because of what we were all experiencing in the pandemic, and obviously all of us experiencing loss and grief and just uncertainty, that we were like, oh, we have to do this, and we're gonna plan this like at least within the year, like we're gonna get married, however that looks like. We knew what we were wearing, so we wanted both of our outfits to complement each other, but still really represent us. I love a pantsuit, a jumpsuit, but I didn't just want a regular pantsuit because my family and friends, they always see me in like a jumpsuit, right? And I'm like, I wanted something different. So I realized that I wanted a jumpsuit with like a dramatic effect. Now we were like going through a lot of different like websites, but I finally ended on ASOS Bridal. Now I didn't even know that ASOS, the UK like shop, actually had a bridal department and a bridal section. And when that one arrived and I put it on, I was like, yes, this is it. I love the sleeves, like my back was out. It really made me feel like tall and beautiful.
My dress was such a thing. Like, what do you wear to a park wedding? That was literally the question I kept asking. What do you wear? I don't want things dragging on the floor. No one's trying to clean that. Like, I was just really trying to figure it out. So I randomly one day was telling Sully, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna like, just book a sample sale appointment and see what they have. And I think I tried on like 5 or 6, and the first dress I tried on, I instantly fell in love with. But because we're so not traditional, Sully came with me when I tried on my dress. And when she saw it, she was like, this is the dress. I had them put like strings to kind of cinch it. That also added to the pricing. But when it was done, it felt really beautiful and it felt like me. And the kicker of it all was it was a one-of-a-kind dress.
We're about to do this. It's been a while, but we're here with our family and friends.
And it is the most amazing journey, and I can't wait for a decade more.
Salud.
We were able to really kind of create a magical experience with a small number of people in person. Having people on Zoom was really effective for us as well, and just still getting kind of like that vibe we wanted. So to kind of like top off the whole like wedding experience, we were struggling as well with like catering and like, do we do a restaurant or what do we do? And then we ended up just like reaching out to Celestine's in Brooklyn. And they were able to really like shut down the restaurant for us and gave us a beautiful outside patio experience where we were able to do like a really cute brunch with our intimate 25 people. And it just really made things just so memorable for us. It wasn't the experience that we thought we wanted, but it was definitely the experience we needed. People just felt our love, and just the little details were really important to us. I'm really big on themes and colors, and in my past life as a fashion stylist, so everyone had to come color coordinated in person, even the officiant. We had like special things at like the reception, like personal cocktails and with our names, just like little things to make things feel really special. Everything felt really authentic and sweet, right?
Yeah. And just us.
Just us.